guys, happy Thanksgiving. It's November the 24th over here in Tokyo, and it's also called the Kindo Kansha no Hi, and it's Friday, but it's a holiday. Kindo Kansha is kind of like thanks to the Labor Day. It wasn't installed up until probably like 10 years ago or so. I don't know. Anyway, it's a holiday over here, and let's just be thankful. It's been a couple of weeks since I last did my vlog. I've been really busy, completely bombarded with so many different projects. But today, I decided to continue with my second half of my life, the bizarre life. Just to recap my first half of my bizarre life. Well, I was born in Tokyo, and I had to attend 17 different schools until I graduated from high school. Started out in Tokyo, to London, to New Jersey, New York, back to Tokyo, then to New Delhi, India, back to Tokyo, Los Angeles, Carlsbad, California. Then, after I graduated from this academy in Carlsbad, my parents had to move back to New Jersey, New York area. So naturally I had to move back to New York once again. With an absolute twist of fate, my father opened up a liaison office in Rockefeller Center. And my parents lived in this high-rise apartment at Cliffside Park, New Jersey, right across from the Hudson River from Manhattan. And naturally, I had a room there too, but I did not want to be with my parents, so I moved out, got myself an apartment, tiny apartment, out of all the places, Asbury Park, New Jersey, down the shore, and attended this community college, and this is in the early 80s. So Asbury Park and down the shore was pretty deserted. Anyway, this is where things start getting complicated. And while at this community college, I had majored in communication design. I've always loved to draw. I've always loved to associate it with art. And I took up graphic design as my major. And luckily, after my second year, I had taken an entrance exam at Parsons School of Design in Manhattan, and I was accepted. So after spending a couple of years in Asbury Park, I was back in Manhattan at Parsons School of Design, part of the new school back then in the 80s. And the school was located on 5th and 14th. And once again at Parsons, my major was communication design, graphic design. Once again, things didn't go smoothly as I had hoped. There's this advertising agency based here in Tokyo, still exists. And already by the 80s, they had offices all over the world. New York, London, Los Angeles, Paris, Singapore. And this company had merged with one of the biggest, huge advertising agency based in New York as well too. And the merged advertising agency was called DYR, Dentsu Youngin Ripcam. To make the very long story short, on my junior year at Parsons, I was scouted by DYR, especially on the Japanese side, the Dentsu. And at this Japanese and American combined ad agency, they wanted to develop an art director who had a bilingual skill. And I knew this creative director, quite a legend already at that time, a Japanese man, came from the Tokyo office of Dentsu. Anyway, he liked me and he scouted me. I had only one more year at Parsons to graduate, but for some strange reason, I took his offer and I quit Parsons and started working at this ad agency as an assistant art director at first. Boom. Continuator? No, hardly. I was bombarded again since my last shooting. See, I've been translating this legal document contract. I can't really reveal it, but I had to completely shut off my right brain and get onto my left side and had to dive myself into this world of translations and languages. Well, I had about 50 pages of legal documents to translate. And when it comes to those legal terms, you know how detailed they are and complicated. So I had to completely shut off my right side of the brain, put down my guitar, forget everything about artistic things. And I was into this world of logical translation, whatever that means. Anyway, so it took me about a week. So that's why it might look like I've been walking over same places over and over. And it's true. That's what I've been doing. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. Back when I was in advertising, and this is way before any of the computer graphics, emails, none of those things existed. I didn't start off as an art director. I had to start off as an assistant art director, which means, like I was talking about before, literally you had to be an assistant for a cartoonist. You had to have the skill of drawing straight lines, calculating the font sizes, and what have you. And there's this saying in advertising agency that the kids who graduated from my art school takes about 3 to 4 years to glove them in and educate them in to the world of advertising. And it's quite true. When you're in art school now, of course you get an assignment, but you're pretty much doing whatever you wanted to. But in advertising agency, there are clients, and whatever you do, whatever you create as an art form is a collaboration between executives, copywriters, and everyone. And of course, it had to match the client's needs. So from being an art student to all of a sudden working in the commercial advertising field, it was quite exciting but hard at first. It was almost exactly like how the madman described it. And at the agency, I was assigned on the Canon's account, Canon's micrographics. I don't know if micrographics exists anymore, but it did back in those days. Facsimile. Fax had just come out in the early 80s, and they were trying to deploy the machine. And the other thing that I was assigned to was Mikimoto's Pearl. The Mikimoto Pearls were already popular in the States as well, and they had their office and the store, Fifth Avenue, I believe, in New York. Anyway, I started out as an assistant, and whenever before the presentation, not necessarily only for the presentation, but I literally worked from 9 in the morning till 3 to 4 in the morning. But it was an exciting time. I was only like 22, 23, working in Manhattan, working in advertising agency. It was exciting. And after a couple of years, I got promoted and I became an art director. Now, here's the twist. Another twist that happens. If I stayed on at this ad agency, I would have been beyond a senior creative director. Maybe probably had a job as an executive, as a vice president, or a president, who knows. And especially working in an ad agency with Dentsu affiliated organizations, almost like a dream job. But here's another twist. I quit the advertising agency and the ad world completely and jumped into the world of professional baseball. Crazy, isn't it? But the story doesn't end there. More to follow. Stay tuned.